The Magna Carta, or Great Charter, is one of the most important documents in Western history, marking a crucial step in the development of constitutional law and civil liberties. It was sealed by King John of England on June 15, 1215, at Runnymede, in response to the growing discontent among the barons, who were frustrated with the king's heavy taxation and military failures, particularly the loss of English lands in France. At its core, the Magna Carta was a peace treaty between the king and the rebellious barons, aiming to curb the king's arbitrary authority and protect their rights. Though initially a practical solution to an immediate conflict, it evolved into a symbol of the broader principles of justice and governance. King John's reign, 1199 to 1216, was troubled by growing tensions between the monarchy and the barons, especially because of his financial demands and his failed military campaigns. By 1215, these issues had pushed the kingdom to the brink of civil war. In response, the barons forced John to negotiate, resulting in the Magna Carta. Although it consisted of 63 clauses, some key principles emerged that have had a lasting impact on legal and constitutional thought. The Magna Carta was significant in limiting royal power. It placed restrictions on the king's ability to impose taxes without the consent of a council of barons, which was an early form of parliamentary representation. It also introduced the idea that the king could not seize property or imprison individuals unlawfully. One of its most famous clauses, Clause 39, declared that no free man could be imprisoned or deprived of his property except by the lawful judgment of his peers or in accordance with the law of the land. This was an early expression of the principle of due process, ensuring fairness and justice in legal proceedings. The Magna Carta also laid the groundwork for what would later become habeas corpus, protecting individuals from unlawful detention. Additionally, it guaranteed the freedom of the English Church from royal interference, reflecting the tension between the monarchy and religious institutions at the time. The charter also formalized many feudal rights and customs, limiting the king's power over the barons and their lands. To ensure that the provisions of the Magna Carta were respected, a council of 25 barons was created to monitor the king's adherence to the charter, a step toward a more organized parliamentary system. Although the Magna Carta's immediate impact was limited, it was annulled by Pope Innocent III only a few months after it was issued, and civil war soon followed. It would go on to have a profound legacy. Over time, the document was reissued and revised under subsequent kings, such as Henry III and Edward I, and became a cornerstone of English constitutional law. While it was initially a document that served the interests of the barons, its principles influenced the broader development of legal systems, especially in terms of limiting governmental power and protecting individual liberties. The influence of the Magna Carta extended well beyond England. Its principles resonated centuries later during the English Civil War and inspired key legal documents like the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights, contributing to the foundation of modern democratic governance. Although only a few of its original clauses remain in English law today, the Magna Carta's broader message endures as a powerful symbol of the rule of law, limited government, and the defense of individual rights against tyranny.